Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. You're watching IPO Adda, and my guest today is from Saraswati Saree Depot. It's an IPO which is opening on August 12th, closes on 14th. Price between 152 to 160 rupees per share. It's a combination of fresh issue and OFS totaling to 160 crores. And joining me today is Nikil Dulani, who is the head of investor relations at the company. Mr. Dulani, thank you for joining us today. To begin with, sir, take us through your business model and then and how you're planning your expansion as well.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me at NDTV Profit. Let me start off. It's a big event for us. An IPO it's a milestone. We've been in this business since past 58 years, and we are at Saraswati. Every one of us are very happy about this. The business model that we work in is basically B2B space. What we do is basically the sari industry is fragmented industry, and a lot of players are situated across India, and they work at very small scale. Now any retail outlet, if they want to start a sari business, they need to have a lot of SKUs. The problem that they face is they can't travel across India to get different SKUs. So that's where we come in. What we do is we procure SKUs from 900 weavers, and we specially design them. There is a R&D team which works on that. We get the sample, and then we procure. And then once the sample is hit and tested across our customers, we have 13,000 unique customers. Once the product is tested across customers, and once they give a go-ahead, we start and placing more orders for that. So the number of SKUs that we cater to are 3 lakh SKUs, and it's a huge number in itself. Let me also point out, we started in 1966. It's been 58 years, and since then we also have started taking different strategic decisions. One decision was in 2002 we started something called Utsav. Utsav is sort of a business festive for us, where we invite our cream customers. Mind you, our customers are 13,000, and the scale that we work at, and out of those, cream customers would be top 10% customers, which is 1,300 customers. Top 10% of that 13,000 customers will be 1,300 customers. We visit them personally, individually. We invite them initially, and this happens for 2 weeks. Basically 2 to 3 weeks, and what we do is during those 2 to 3 weeks we give them special designs, special offers, and we try to give them the best of the product. And this special design which is being given to them, it helps during their season, which is festive season, which is Diwali or a wedding season. So we've been doing this since 2002. Again, in 2015, we we took a strategic decision and increased our space. Currently, now we work in the space, which is roughly 1,69,120 square feet, and this is since 2015. And since then, we've been scaling really well, which also reflects in our numbers. You could see ROC is 64% in 2024, and ROE is close to 58%, which is in a number in itself.
While I understand that it's a B2B business, how do you take it to the next level from B2B to retail, and so you have relationship with all the retailers as well, and how does this entire supply chain work in that sense?
Sorry, could you please repeat the question? It was.
I'm saying that while I understand the B2B, because you're connected directly to the weaver and you're getting all the supplies there, but how are you taking it to the retail level? Can you give us an idea on that?
Our major focus is B2B, and it's been B2B since past 58 years, because I think there's a lot of gap in B2B space. As I told you, for person who wants to start a retail outlet, let's say a sari business, they need to keep a lot of variety, and variety is basically saris known from the origin that it comes from. For example, Banarasi sari is being worn in Banaras. Then again, Bangalore silk is being worn in Bangalore. When I say worn, I'm talking about the production part. So the retailers who want to start this business, they need to have variety of sarees, Banarasi, Bangalore, Kolkata, Jaipuri, Pathola, Paithani, Irkal. And these sarees are not manufactured at one place or in one geographic area. It is scattered around. And for them to go around, get the best supplier, get the best designs, get the best rate, it's not possible for the retailer to travel across India. That's where we come in. Everything, what we do is provide everything, best of supply, best of designs, best of variety and best of price under one roof. So that has been our USP, and that is where we try to focus more, and we are planning to focus more on that. So our major focus will be B2B. Slightly we'll move into e-commerce as well, which will be again B2B, which will complement our existing physical B2B stores, because we already have data points of 13,000 customers that we already, unique customers that already we cater to. And with help of those data points, what we're going to do is we try to increase the number of purchases that they already do. For example, a person who purchases once in a week, we try to get them twice a week by providing the product that they require through our data points and data analytics that we do. And similarly, we are planning to get into men's ethnic wear, which is our expansion plan again. In men's ethnic wear, I think in B2B space, there is a gap. And I think we can cater that. And we already have customer in place who already keep men's ethnic wear as well as sarees. And I think once we come in that space, a lot of orders could flow towards us.
Who would be your top customers? Means I can understand the suppliers part of it. Who would be your top customers in that sense?
So we have 13,000 customers and 900 suppliers. So in 13,000 customers, we are not focused or dependent on much of the customers. As you can see in our DRHP we provided, and also the RHP that we would see, only 8% is being contributed by top 10 customers. So it is insignificant to the entire sale of 610 crores that we've done in 2024.
That your top line has been pretty much flat in the last 2 years. So can you give us an idea of the kind of growth that is there in this segment?
Yeah, let me point out. I think if you look at if you're looking at the number, I think you should focus on the journey that we've done since 2014 till 21. We did a CAGR of 9 to 10% in our revenue, and similarly, 22-23 growth was 10%. 23-24, probably you're pointing out at one-off event, which is understandable. But if you look at the aggregate average level, we are growing at industry level. And also, what I would also like to point out is, if you could look, if you'll see in the entire industry, which is above 50,000 crores, only 25 to 30% is organized, and rest 70% is unorganized. So I think organized share is going to grow, and that also what industry report reflects, that it's going to grow. So I think there is a lot of space for us to capture, because in the sea of this 50,000+ crores market, we are just at 610. So I think there is a lot of
I get that part of it. If you think the industry is growing at 10%, why haven't you been able to grow between FY23 and FY24 with that growth rate?
So as we can see in industry report, it's fairly 5%, and if you consider our numbers from FY21 to 23, we are as per our industry. I mean, the numbers are as per the industry.
But any reason why you haven't been able to grow year on year?
24, I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm talking about the last 2 years as a case here, because I have the numbers from FY22 onwards only here. And what was surprising is that you are catering to such a big market, which is very fragmented. But at the same time, the market is growing at 10%, but you are not able to push through that growth in your top line in FY24.
Yes. So the market has grown again, as per the industry report we have, has grown odd, and from 22 that you will see 21, 22 from the 3 years journey that we have done as a company, you will see that roughly we have grown with the same number if you calculate it.
What is the kind of margins that you work on in this segment? Because it's a B2B segment, you had an EBITDA margin of 6.6%. Is that the margin level that you work with, or is there a way the margins can be pushed higher to 10% and above?
Yeah, you're right about this point that the EBITDA margins roughly, I will just round it off. We work at 7% and PAT margin is 5%, and as per our industry standards, which is really very good. And over the years that you could see from 22, I mean even in fact just in 2024 you can see that we've shown a growth of 21% in our EBITDA and 29% in our PAT. And historically we've grown. I mean, because of the norms, I can't give you right now the future numbers, but what I can say is if you could see in our past, we've grown, and we are certain because of the experience that we have, we will try to do our best, because in the end, we are also part of this company. We will own after the IPO 75% of the company. It is bread and butter of our
no, I get that part
livelihood.
of it. My
so
point
what
is that
we will focus is definitely.
Yeah, my point.
Yes, definitely, sir. We will. Yes, I will definitely, sir. I was coming to the point of the margin expansion. Definitely, we are going to focus on that. As you can see, we are also getting into men's ethnic wear. And men's ethnic wear margins are roughly can be seen because there's a listed player there, and though we are getting into B2B, I see, because something that we've done in the past through our experience, I think we are efficient enough to repeat it.
Are you already into men's ethnic wear, or is it part of your group that you already selling that men's ethnic wear at this point in time?
No, sir. We are not into men's ethnic wear at all. We've been in sari business, and our 90% of sales is saris. In 2017, we roughly entered into kurti space, and within span of a year, we also won a Star of Industry award in that. And slowly and steadily, we are growing that space as well. Roughly now, kurti space contributes 6% to our revenue, and 90+% comes from sarees, and there are other products as well: blouse piece, pants and shirts, and also lehengas and other items. But we are not into men's ethnic wear. This is our strategic decision. We are planning to enter into men's ethnic wear because we already have customer base of 13,000 unique customers who focus in selling. It's a sort of a family shops that they run, and they focus in selling variety of products. Sari is their major product, which they buy from us. And I think once we start men's ethnic wear, they'll start buying men's ethnic wear from us as well.
If I look at your revenue by geography, Maharashtra has the highest, nearly 79%, followed by Karnataka in the south. But one thing is coming through is that some of the southern sales in FY24 have declined, especially for Karnataka, Andhra, and Tamil Nadu. Is there a way? Is there a reason why southern sales have declined in FY24 for you?
The sales have grown roughly in FY24. Previous sales were in FY23 was 601. Now it has grown to 610. And the region-wise, the state-wise, not the state. I think the region-wise that you specifically asked about now, it's roughly the growth. It's an optical illusion that numbers play sometimes when you calculate growth. When you calculate the numbers based on the entire number, 610. Out of that 610, the 88% that we did was west. I mean, west is just one single word, but it covers more than 300 to 400 kilometer radius, and 17% was from southern part. And definitely, there is always a scope of improvement, and definitely we'll do plan to grow more in the region that we are already doing, and also that region we are currently, which is fairly tapped by us.
Give me a sense of your expansion into geography, because you are raising 160 crores and 104 crores is in fresh issue. What I read from your RHP was that you are
Yes.
going to use 81 crores for your working capital requirement. Give me a sense of why do you need such high working capital requirement?
Yes, sir. Sir, our business model is such, it is working capital heavy. We don't operate in capital as in, sorry, I was saying we don't operate in capital intensive. We operate in working capital heavy. I mean, our business is working capital heavy. So majorly, if you could see, if you'll also see our RHP numbers, you'll see that our data's cycle is basically 45 days. Payable cycle is 57 days. But our inventory, and also our inventory cycle is 60 days. But with those numbers, you can figure out that we focus more, I mean, the most of the capital goes into our inventory, and we try to churn that inventory, as the number says, it's 64 days inventory means 6 times a year. We try to churn inventory 6 times a year. And that is fairly what we are going to, I mean, the 81 crores is going to be going into additional new products, which I already mentioned, which is ethnic wear, and that 81 crores is going to be used for the working capital entirety, which is to an extent, or majority of it is going to be inventory, because with the churn of inventory comes the increase in sales. I mean, the rotation of inventory comes increase in sales.
So, give me a sense of, because you are operating out of 2 stores, one in Kolhapur and one in Ulhasnagar. Is there a plan to expand your reach to other states and open where new big stores outside the state to cater to other regions as well?
Sir, first of all, that Kolhapur, I'm happy that you asked this question. I would love to emphasize on this point that the Kolhapur store currently is at 1,60,000. I mean, the store space that we operate is 1,69,120 square feet. And in entirety, within this 2 store space, we operate at more than 1,80,000 square feet, which is huge in itself. Currently, our focus is the region that we are focused on right now, because we do have 13,000 unique customers, but I think there are a lot of customers still untapped within the regions that we are operating in. So the focus will be the regions that we are operating in right now. And apart from that, business in B2B, we are planning to enter ethnic wear, which I told you, which is part of the plan. And apart from that, B2B e-commerce. So so far, focus is on current region, ethnic wear, men's, and B2B. Now haven't discussed of geography.
Okay. Can you also give us a sense of what
Yes,
is
sir.
the kind of seasonality that's there in this business?
Yes. So sari is basically one. I mean, it has been bifurcated into occasions, also fabrics, and also the designs that they work. You're right. The sari, like any other textile product, has a seasonality. We have festive season. Festive season is Diwali or other festivals like Raksha Bandhan, Ganesh Chaturthi. And then we also have wedding season, which usually is, I mean, it starts off, it is, nowadays it goes across the year, but there are major muhurats that play out. And during that time, the sale is huge. In fact, I would also, when I was explaining earlier about one strategy, which was Utsav, that we started in 2002, that usually happens and then before Diwali season, and that particular event contributes 13 to 15% of our entire sale. And apart from that, we also have a monsoon season. And monsoon season is that we use to basically sell goods in bulk, which helps us manage our inventory levels as well.
Nikhil, it was a pleasure talking to you today. Your IPO is opening on August 12th, price between 152 to 160 rupees per share. You're raising 160 crores, which includes 152 crores
Yes.
in fresh capital. Thank you for joining us today.